Jai Opetaia has actually left Tyson Fury's training camp already. According to reports, they did just 5 rounds of sparring with each other. There are rumors flying about that Opetaia actually dropped Tyson Fury in sparring and was beating him up. Fury's team then decided that doing any more rounds with Opetaia would do more harm than good, so they sidelined him basically, at which point Opetaia felt like there was no point being there anymore and went back to Australia. That's the idea anyway. However, Opetaia's co-promoter, Tasman Fighters, denied rumours that their man had floored the Gypsy King. In a statement issued earlier on today, they said, Jai Opetaia has recently returned from Saudi Arabia, where he sparred and trained with Tyson Fury. They were fantastic competitive rounds and an incredible experience for Jai. However, any talk of either boxer being dropped is not true. Jai is now back in Australia, finalising his preparation to defend his title and cannot wait to do so in Saudi Arabia. Ben Damon, a commentator for Fox Sports Australia, also chimed in to allay rumours. He claimed that the reason Opetaia left Fury's camp so soon was due to a lack of orthodox sparring. So this is the official story, and it sounds very plausible to me. Fury's training for Usyk, who's a southpaw, so it makes sense that he wouldn't have a lot of orthodox fighters in camp. And Opetaia, of course, needs orthodox sparring in preparation for the Breedis rematch. However, there's a couple of things about this situation that are a little curious to me. Saudi Arabia is a long way from Australia. There's a huge time difference between the two countries. Surely Opetaia's team would have thought to phone ahead first to find out whether there was enough orthodox sparring in the gym before they decided to break camp and make such a long trip. I mean, it's common sense, right? Fight night is less than 1 month away, and you're going to fly halfway across the world to get only 5 rounds of sparring? It's a massive waste of very precious time. So either there was a massive oversight on the part of Team Opetaia, or there's actually some truth to the sparring rumours. Not that he dropped Fury necessarily, although I wouldn't expect him to admit it even if he had. Apart from the unofficial code of silence, sometimes there's actually NDAs involved. But even without a knockdown, I'm open to the possibility that Opetaia was just too hot to handle. I did a video 3 weeks ago with this title, Tyson Fury needs to be careful sparring Jai Opetaia. For those of you who haven't watched it, I was questioning how wise it would be for Fury to have Opetaia in camp as his main sparring partner. The popular belief is that tough sparring is always good. The tougher the better. But that's not always true. The idea behind tough sparring is to make you sharp, to simulate fight conditions, and to build character. If you're forced to fight through adversity in the gym, it won't be such a shock to you when it happens in an actual fight. You're prepared for it, mentally and physically. However, punches to the head and to the body cause cumulative damage over time. They put miles on the clock. And so as you get older, you have to start being more careful about how much damage you're taking in the gym, because it takes something out of you. Early on in a fighter's career, you want to test them in the gym. You want to have him spar guys who are going to bring the heat to see if your guy can go to the well, to find out if he has any water in that well. We've seen Tyson Fury go to the well a bunch of times, and he passed the test. He brought back bucket loads of water. But here's the catch. The amount of water in that well is finite. Eventually, it's going to run out. So as you get older, you have to start rationing the supply. When your guy's 35 years of age and he's had a hard career, you can't be putting him in with guys who force him to go to the well every single day in sparring like he did when he was 25. You need to save some of that water for the actual fight because he doesn't have much left. Jai Opetaia is the kind of guy who's going to force you to go to the well. He's one of the most vicious fighters I've seen emerge on the world stage for a long time. He's not the kind of guy who's coming into camp with the intention of helping you. He's coming into camp with the intention of taking your head clean off, especially when you're a 6'8" world heavyweight champion. He sees it as an opportunity to prove something. He's going to try and do to you what he did to 6'5" Jordan Thompson. He wants to ruin you. And so what I was saying in my video 3 weeks ago is if Fury does bring Opetaia into camp, he can't be sparring this guy every day. He's too vicious. And so maybe that's what Team Fury discovered in those 5 rounds. Perhaps they decided, you know what? We can't spar this guy any more than once a week. And if there's no other orthodox fighters in the gym at a good enough level, then Opetaia would obviously be forced to go back home. Now, I'm not saying that any of this is actually what happened. I'm just hypothesizing here. But I think it's reasonable given the circumstances. But let me know what you guys think. Did Opetaia's team just forget to call ahead and check that Fury had enough orthodox sparring in the gym for him? Or did he actually give Fury more than he could handle and was subsequently refused the amount of sparring with Fury that he expected and hoped for? Give me your thoughts in the comment section.